All right, good morning, South Texas. I hope your Tuesday is going well. It has been a warm start to our day. I see a few people already joining us on Facebook saying when the storms are coming, and the answer is tomorrow morning. We're going to talk all about the timing here just in a moment. We're going to get through today first on today's forecast, then we're going to talk about the timing of these thunderstorms that will be early tomorrow morning, closer on to anywhere from 4 to really 8 a.m. We'll be having some of these storms move through. But for today, we do have the chance for a few isolated showers, maybe even a few rumbles of thunder. Nothing severe for today. Just a little bit of rain here and there. Most of us make it through today without a drop of rain. It's only about a 20% chance. The high there at 75 degrees. Now, we do have some stuff in the air that could bother you today. That's going to be molds coming in at light levels. We also have ragweed in the air coming in at light levels to go along with it. And we have a ton of cloud cover out there to start off our day as well. So don't be surprised by all that cloud cover. And again, don't be surprised by all that rain that we have possible. Here's a look at the time lapse from this morning. All that cloud cover moving through, a lot of deep moisture over the region at the moment. And that's going to spark up some rain as that cold front swings through tomorrow, because that's what's going to spark our thunderstorm activity tomorrow morning. A little bit of shower and thunderstorm activity from that cold front. Looking out across South Texas, everywhere you look, you see cloud cover very thick. And again, don't be surprised if you end up with a little bit of patchy drizzle, light rain possible as this moves through. We may be seeing that down towards Maverick County, just down towards Eagle Pass at the moment. The Rio Grande Valley is experiencing some of that rainfall. Most of that is light to moderate rain, nothing severe down towards the Rio Grande Valley today if you do have to travel down into that region. As far as temperatures back home are concerned, 70s and 80s all across South Texas. And you see that we also have those southeasterly winds bringing in moisture, very humid, very tropical air mass with dew points in the 60s and 70s all across the region. Now, we talked about it a moment ago. For Wednesday morning, very early on, we do have a level 1 out of 5 for a severe weather risk. That is a lower risk, but still we have the chance for damaging winds and even some large hail to be possible in some of these storms. A level 2 out of 5 will be reserved for areas in portions of Gillespie County, Kerr County, and Edwards County, and then stretching well up towards San Angelo. And the highest risk of the day, an enhanced risk, a level 3 out of 5, is going to be for areas stretching from Abilene up into Wichita Falls and even into portions of Oklahoma. Here's how our severe weather risk will pan out for Wednesday morning. First of all, let's get through today. Notice by 1:30 p.m. a few isolated showers and storms. Nothing severe from this, just plain old rainfall that is welcomed still. You know, we don't need the rain as much, but down towards Maverick County, stretching over into portions of McMillan and LaSalle counties, they do need the rain. So they'll get a little bit of shower activity for today. And then we move into tonight. Now here comes that chance for strong to severe storms. Look at northern portions of Valverde County, northern portions of Edwards County. This is going to be our threat for strong to severe storms coming through. By the time we get to about 3 a.m., Rock Springs could be having some strong winds and possibly even some hail. That could then move on towards portions of Bandera County, Kerr County, Gillespie County, and even northwest Kendall County, stretching even down as far south as Medina County, far western portions of Medina County by 5 a.m. We get to about 6 a.m. The storms start to approach Bexar County. They're right over Bernie by that time period. Comal County getting in on some of that heavy rain, possibly some strong to damaging winds, stretching as far south even as Pearsall. These storms then move off to the east. By the time we get to about 8:30 a.m., they even get east of San Antonio, east of Floresville, east of Seguin. But I'm going to bump this back real quick. Let's take a look at 7:30. They start to get into eastern portions of Bexar County. Look at Seguin, starting to see some of the storm activity. Floresville could start to see some of it by that time. And then once we get again to 8:30, LaGrange, Gonzales, and then the storms are east of us by the time we get to about 9:30. So the storms are going to move through real fast, and we're going to have some very strong winds behind it. We're actually going to have a fire danger for Wednesday afternoon. That's going to be because of the extremely dry air mass that's moving in. It's going to be very crisp air that moves in. And we're also going to have those strong winds, which is kind of a double whammy for the risk of fire. So there's a fire risk as we head into Wednesday evening. Don't try to have a bonfire. Don't try to burn anything for Wednesday night. Or Wednesday afternoon. It is going to be dangerous. So please remember that. We want to make sure that we don't have any wildfires spark up, because remember, if you accidentally get that fire out of control, you're not just putting your life at risk, you put your neighbors' lives at risk, and you also put first responders' lives at risk. So please, don't burn anything with the fire danger that we have for tonight, or rather for tomorrow morning. Tonight, we should still be fine. For Thursday at 6 a.m., still going to be some strong winds, temperatures in the 50s for lows. We'll have temperatures rise into the 70s and 80s for highs by the time we head into Thursday afternoon, though. Should not be too bad by any means. Wednesday and Thursday afternoons going to be stunning. Yeah, we got the storms Wednesday morning, but the rest of the day is going to be beautiful. Take a look at the dew points. A sharp drop-off. 70s for dew points today, and as we head throughout tomorrow morning. But once we head into tomorrow afternoon, man, we get dry, and we get dry quick. That northerly wind brings in the drier air, and it is going to be so comfortable out there. Of course, this system is all going to be from the upper level trough that's sweeping across the United States. You see right here this big dip in the jet stream, and that's going to bring northwesterly winds right over our region, bringing in the drier air and then also cooler air to go along with it. And it's going to be sticking around for a while. Some of those dark oranges, watch as they dip way south into Mexico, and then we end up with some of these kind of nice orange tints right over our region. That lets you know that there's been a drop in pressure in the atmosphere, and it lets you know that we are also going to get some cooler weather to stick around because of that. Your rainfall forecast over the next 7 days, about 1/2 inch or less for nearly everybody. I think there will be some isolated spots, mainly in the hill country and north of Highway 90, that could end up seeing some higher totals, maybe even up to 1 inch to 1.25 inches, but that will be very isolated areas. Those south of Highway 90, less than 1/4 inch is pretty much what you're going to get, unfortunately, because I know a lot of spots are going to want some more of that rainfall there south of Highway 90. Amanda chiming in saying, how's New Braunfels looking? The answer is there could be some strong storms tomorrow morning at around 6 a.m. moving through. Damaging wind and large hail would be the main threats. Brianna was asking about what the rainfall totals look like. We just touched up on that, but of course she asked that a little bit later on. So Brianna, if you have any more questions about those, let me know. Any severe weather in San Antonio? I see a couple of questions like that. The answer is yes. We're going to have a threat for severe weather as we head throughout tomorrow morning. That's going to be anywhere from about 4 to 7 a.m. Anywhere within that time frame is going to be when the stronger to severe storms will move through San Antonio. But it will be quick. This isn't going to be a long-term type thing. This line is going to move through very quickly, and then we're going to have a drier afternoon. It is going to be beautiful Wednesday afternoon. I really want to make sure that y'all understand that. We've got the storms in the morning, but by the afternoon, it will be absolutely stunning. So just stay weather aware, at least for the morning hours. Average rainfall by month shows that we're at 5.6 inches so far for October. And you know, right now it's the third wettest month of this year. It may end up knocking up here, though, as we head into tomorrow afternoon. By the time we're done with tomorrow morning, we may see the rainfall totals for the month of October really bump up, and that could mean that we could even get to that average for the year by the time we head into the end of the day tomorrow. We'll see what happens. We still need to get a good amount of rainfall here, but I think we're going to hit our average for the year unless November and December just absolutely end up being busts for rainfall. But I think we're going to get enough rain to hit our average for the year, which is good. I've mentioned this a lot of times. 2019 and 2020 finished up both of those years more than 10 inches behind average on rainfall. Emily says, is there any tornado risk for San Antonio? The answer is very low. I mean, it's almost nothing. I would not say zero, because with any severe storm, sometimes you do get little kinks and lines of severe weather and you can end up with brief spin-up tornadoes. But as far as the risk for large, long-track, damaging tornadoes, I don't think that our risk is going to really be anything. We're talking about the chance for maybe a brief spin-up tornado, maybe even just one, if that even happens. But the risk is very low. I would not say zero, though, and that's why I want to make sure that everybody stays weather aware for the severe weather risk tomorrow. Our chances for damaging wind and large hail are higher. Much higher compared to the risk for a tornado. So, but remember, our risk for severe weather as a whole, while I say it's higher than our risk for a tornado, our risk for severe weather as a whole is pretty low. It's a level 1 out of 5. That doesn't mean that we're going to be absolutely fine. Remember that. There's a risk for severe weather. But our risk for severe weather is fairly low tomorrow morning, but be ready for the heavy rainfall. I would say that our risk for heavy rainfall is the highest risk that we have. But because of how fast the storms will move through, flooding won't be as much of a threat. I want to make sure everyone knows that too, because our last two big rainmakers on Wednesday and Friday of, I guess it's been maybe about 2 weeks now, maybe about a week and a half, we had the heavy rain events that occurred on Wednesday and Friday earlier this month that caused a lot of flooding. That was more of a long-term rainfall event. This one is not going to be the same as that. These storms will move through quick. 20% chance for rain this afternoon. We will have a 70% chance overnight. That is mainly going to be before sunrise tomorrow. And right at sunrise, we're going to have chances for storms lingering on in San Antonio. But once we get to like 10 a.m. tomorrow, the rain's out of our region. We're going to be dry the rest of the day. Temperatures rising into the 70s and a ton of sunshine for Wednesday afternoon. We continue with the sunshine for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And for Halloween itself, there is going to be a chance for a little bit of cloud cover, but no chance for rain. Halloween looking great. If you're doing trick-or-treating Saturday night, whether it be Friday, Saturday, or Sunday night, it looks beautiful. You may need a light jacket, though. Temperature is going to be in the 50s for lows, 70s to 80s for highs, and then we continue with the nice weather into Monday. But what about the 8 to 14 day outlook? Let's talk about that first full week of November. It's looking like we could have above average rainfall to start off November. So those who are needing rain, could be some good news for you. And then from day 8 through day 14, below average temperatures. That would be upper 70s for highs for this time of year. That would be just below average. So nothing too crazy on the weather front there, but don't be surprised by more rainfall and cooler temperatures as we start November after we've had such a warm October for the most part. Your Lone Star 3-day forecast showing 70s and 80s for highs across the state throughout this next week, but that cold front moves through Amarillo today, and they will have some 60s on the board in Amarillo for Wednesday and Thursday. Moving on to the Texas Gulf Coast forecast, not the best day, or not the best weekend rather, for the beach. It will be a little bit on the cool side. Saturday and Sunday should be beautiful at South Padre, but Port Aransas and Galveston, maybe like the 70s on the beach. I like it to be a little bit warmer if I'm going to be on the beach myself. Going to have temperatures there in the 70s for highs and 60s to 70s for lows each day. And finally, your Texas State Park forecast for tomorrow. We do have the storms early on, but by the latter part of the morning, which is what this is showing here, it will be sunny. Notice Palmetto State Park, that's in Gonzales County, right by Gonzales actually, the town itself. Could have some storms there still around 9 o'clock, don't be surprised by that, but by the afternoon should be beautiful. So enjoy those state parks tomorrow, especially in the afternoon, but it will be windy. If you've ever been up to Enchanted Rock State Natural Area, it gets very gusty up there just on a regular day. May not be the best day to do Enchanted Rock tomorrow just because of how strong the wind is going to be. If you do hike Enchanted Rock tomorrow, make sure that you hold on to your hats. It's going to be very windy. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast again. Meteorologist Stacia Wilson, by the way, will have the latest update to the forecast at noon today. Weather Chief Bill Taylor's on at 4, 5, 6, and 10. And during the 4, 5, and 6 shows, I'm going to branch out, talk more about our severe weather risks. Know that the forecast can change. With each model run, we get more precise on the forecast as we get closer to the event, and there could be some changes in the forecast. I'm going to have the latest updates on that this afternoon with Weather Chief Bill Taylor. Be sure to tune into our shows there at 4, 5, and 6. Now at noon, meteorologist Stacia Wilson has the latest update to the forecast, so tune into that as well. And of course, we'll keep you updated on all of our digital platforms anytime in between on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. Don't forget to download that KENS 5 app as well. It's very useful in severe weather coverage. It can give you updates straight to your phone during severe weather, and you can watch these updates. You'll be notified whenever we're live straight from that KENS 5 app. You'll get updates all throughout severe weather events. Very useful to have. Live looks at radar. So if you don't have it downloaded, download it today and make sure that it's up to date too. We do updates with the app every once in a while. So make sure that you go into the App Store and make sure that the app is up to date to go along with that. So have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday. We'll keep you updated on everything right here at KENS 5. And don't forget to tune into meteorologist Stacia Wilson's forecast there at noon.